this is all from Black Cat Belly Dance Studio, and today we are going to learn Reach and Sit. It's very important to mention that in ATS vocabulary we have slow and fast moves, and within the fast movements we have 4 categories. It's Egyptian family, shimmy family, pivot bump family, and Arabic family. Today we are going to do Reach and Sit that belongs to the pivot bump family. The first step that we learned from this family was pivot bump and choo-choo. And if you haven't seen that step yet, this is the link up here, so you can go back and check it out. So let's get started. Reach and Sit is a beautiful step, and I like to break it down in 2 stages or 2 parts. So basically it's the active part and the passive part of the step. So let me go all the way back right here. So remember your beautiful performance posture. From here, what I'm going to do, let me just show it first. This is reach, this is the active part that I was talking about, and this is sit, that is the passive part of the step. Reach and sit, reach and sit. Let's break it down, starting with my feet. So my feet basically are going to do something like this. It's like I step on the ball of my right foot and release. But when I release, my foot is hovering a little bit over the floor, but it's not like kicking, okay? So it's just a very smooth release because the energy of the step is on the pivot bump, okay? So pam, 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 pam. So my feet is, I'm gonna push against the floor and then release, okay? Now let's do the hip. The right hip wants to reach the upper front corner, so it's going to twist in the active part of the step. So reach and sit, reach and sit, reach and sit. So I'm twisting up in diagonal, so it's not here, it's here. While my arms are going to go to the opposite direction during the active part of the step. Reach, my arms are traveling to the right while my hip is traveling to the left upper corner. So this is the active part of the step. And then sit. So this is a 2 count step. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. In number 1, I forgot to mention that the ball of my right foot is rotating on the floor. So I'm using the floor to rotate my leg because that's the way I'm going to rotate my hip towards the left. Okay? 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So my arms basically are going from center to right. So it's 1 and 2, 1 and 2. 1 is right, 2 is coming back to my center. It's an optical illusion because of my performance angle that I'm doing left, okay, and right. So I'm not doing this. Basically my arms are in tabletop posture or position, and from here is right, center, right, and center. Let me do it facing away. Remember to center your hips, shoulders down, chin up, relax your upper body. From here, I'm going to start reach and sit, reach and sit. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. From here, my right arm is traveling all the way to the right, while my left one is just doing it a little bit. So I'm not doing this. Okay. Reach and sit. Active and passive. Active and passive. Strong and smooth. Strong and smooth. Strong and smooth. So one tip for you, you don't want to rotate your upper body, so you don't want to do this. Okay, so you want to keep your performance angle. So what's happening with my hands? Basically, I'm just flipping my palms like up and coming back down. I'm not doing floreo. It's just palms, up and come back up, and come back to your center. So this is a very nice way to add an accent to the step, and it happens organically because when you're twisting, your shoulders and your arms are helping to keep your performance angle. So it's like you're creating contrast, and at the same time it's like a lot of strength happening in your core because you're twisting your lower body, but your upper body is very stable in your performance angle. So talking about the kick that we don't want to do, it looks like this. So if you see yourself changing your head level, probably is because you're releasing too much your right foot and you're kind of kicking, and that creates this uneven movement instead of keeping your head level. Okay, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Even when we are wearing long skirts, if that's the case, because it's up to you, it can be very noticeable if you are doing this. Okay, so remember that we're going to keep our beautiful performance angle, and imagine that you are in a carousel, and you are part of the horses of the carousel, and you have this pole crossing your body, and you cannot move. You're just going to move your arms and your hip, and your right foot is helping to create the hip movement. And 1 and 2, 2, 1 and 2, 2, bam, 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 bam. So that's Reach and Sit. I hope you're enjoying these tutorials. Please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your dance friends, and that's the way that you support me. And see you in the next video.